What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's me, Drew, and today in this video we're going to be going over some guns that, in my opinion at least, need to be removed from Halo Infinite. There's 3 guns we're going to be covering, so I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, make sure to share, comment, like, subscribe, and let's just get into it. Alright, so the first gun we're going to be going over is the Commando. So, what I have to say about this is, to sum it up real quick, it's a pistol carbine. At least that's what it feels like. It feels like the pistol, but a slightly larger mag and more recoil. Like, a lot more recoil. Like, it's just like the fire rate is slow. It's almost kind of like DMR fire rate. Like, I first thought this thing was full semi-auto only, so like here. Semi-auto, you're more accurate. You probably even kill faster in the full auto because the weapon bloom is absolutely terrible, and the recoil is kind of horrendous. Like, a quick demonstration on this wall. So this is the normal. And we'll also... I'm doing something, bot. Need a break. But, like, looking at this, if I try to line this up to roughly the... Alright, whatever. We'll just go here then. Look how big the bloom gets, though. And I was using this thing earlier, and, the fire range, the academy, like, weapon drills. And a lot of times I would get, like, a hit marker on the head, and it wouldn't register. So, it's just, like, it's kind of weak. And, alright, let's how many shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shots. 8 shots to break body, or armor. And then if you don't hit a head, and if you hit a headshot in the head, that's 9 shots to kill. So at most we're getting 2 shots, but that means you have to hit not 2 shots, 2 kills. But that means you have to hit every single bullet. And if you miss 3, you're not getting 2 kills. Sometimes I struggle to get 1 kill. The only reason I'm doing as well as I am with this thing is because it's just Marine box. Like, it's nothing special. It's actually easy. But yeah, it's just very weak. It feels like they need to change it up. It shouldn't be a full auto thing. I feel like they should make it into a DMR. Reduce mag size. Increase the maybe damage and make it semi. I think it would be a decent weapon, but as it stands, it's awful. It doesn't fit well into the meta and needs some changes or needs to be removed for some better and more classic Halo weapons. So moving on, we have the Ravager. I don't know what to say about this. Other than the only thing I kind of find even remotely like close to good about this is the charge up for the area covers. It's very, I guess, area reducing. And maybe the bayonet attachment it has, but it's just bad. So we'll check out the damage real quick. We'll start with shooting. No charge up, just shooting shots at it. We got a quick glimpse there of how bad it is. It's decent at breaking shields, but once you get to the body... Alright, I was hitting him directly, but without direct hits, this thing has like no area supply. Like, I'm shooting it kind of close to his feet and there's like no damage. You have to be hitting them directly to even get decent damage, which is bad because, one, it's kind of a slow projectile, and it has a bad arc too. Like, that's right at his feet. Come on, like, die already. Like, I just had to shoot like 4 or 5 different bursts at his feet. And there's like very little range on this thing. For, I guess, the normal trigger pull, so not good there. And if we hold down the button for the charge, this is probably where it's best at. It's area damage. Like if you have a bunch of people right there and you hit the entire area on them, it'll do a lot of damage. All the while, well, I wouldn't say a lot of damage, but it'll damage everyone in it. And if you are able to put shots on it, you can do well. And if they're dumb enough to stand in it, I guess it does do it. It is a plasma-based weapon, so it does also get rid of shields faster. But yeah, like you can just jump straight out of it and it'll be fine. The other thing that's to note about this weapon is this bayonet, which, along with all the other bladed weapons, do increase damage when you actually connect. So yeah, there's not much going for the Ravager, and it doesn't really do a whole lot. Like, there's so much better for it. It's just kind of sad, to be honest. So I think they need to remove it from something just a little bit better. There are plenty of weapons in the Halo arsenal that could probably replace this thing and fill its role, or just have a new role entirely, but it's not really worth using at all. So that's what I think about the Ravager, and why I think it should be removed, or well, and deleted and replaced. All the above. It's trash. Alright, so now we have the final one. The Plasma Carbine. So this weapon is it's a bit of an identity crisis for it, and it's a mixed bag, or it's like a mixing pot of weapons from previous Halos. It's kind of like a mix of the Halo Pulse, the Plasma Rifle, whatever the name is, I can't remember. Yeah, it's the Plasma Rifle. Plasma Rifle and the Pulse Carbine. It's like an imitation of those two put together. It doesn't really sit well. If you have any normal person going against these, and not just bots who stand still like that, the bolts don't really do a whole lot. It feels hard to track sometimes, at least for me. But I'm going against very high skilled players, so these projectiles never seem to hit. And whenever they do, they like don't always hit and do enough damage for the kill. They're not the easiest to track. And I feel like they should have just brought in the Plasma Rifle rather than use this thing. Like, no one actually likes this thing. Nobody. If someone wants to use a shield breaker, they'll probably go for the Plasma Pistol, because it will be a guaranteed one-shot break. And the Plasma from the Plasma Pistol I guess bigger. So overall, this thing is it's a mixed bag of trying to be different weapon, a bunch of weapons all at the same time, and failing at it. It's trying to be a carbine and a plasma rifle. So it's trying to be a pulse carbine and a plasma rifle at the same time, failing miserably. The one thing it's kind of good for is breaking shields. So that's the only thing I can really say about it. Like, it's impossible to hit people with, and to even be able to, I guess, for the shots to land properly, you also have to be like aiming down sights. And like I said, it's like you have to be not paying attention to be so that you can land the shots on the people. It's just like bad. It just doesn't fit well. And the tracking isn't even good all the time. It really isn't. So that's what I think about the plasma carbine. Pulse carbine, my bad. It's a mixed bag of trying to be something it's not, and it should just be replaced what it's trying to be. It should be replaced by the plasma rifle. It really should. No one likes this thing, or at least I don't, and basically no one likes it. So yeah, I think that's it. That's the 3 weapons I think that need to be replaced, removed, or improved in Halo Infinite. So, thanks for stopping by, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.